Hello and welcome back to Chelsea Lee Reads. Today we're going to talk about my January plans and a haul that I got towards the end of the last year and for Christmas. Hello, I'm so excited to be back this new year. Happy New Year 2023. So excited for a fresh slate. I spent the last week sort of planning my my year's worth of reading. There's a couple of challenges I'm looking forward to participating in, and so I just sort of wanted to get a broad look at what I'm looking at for the year. That doesn't make any sense, but I know you probably get what I mean. I will probably do some mood reading in there. There are books that I know I have to read each month, but they are few and far between, and I want to read hopefully 50 books this year. So that is the plan. I would like to push to 52, but I'm going to set my goal on Goodreads at 50. That way I have a goal and that I'm working towards, but I'm not stressing. This past year I read 38 books, so I think a good amount on top of that would be about 20. I don't have any huge things going on this year. I'm not music directing any shows. I might audition for a show or two, but who knows, maybe I'll just take the year to chillax. So with no further ado, let's talk about what I have planned for January, and then we'll get to the book haul at the end. So for January, I'm still in my in-person book club. I actually just joined another in-person book club that I hope will go well. For the one that I've been doing the past 2 years, it is my month to choose the book. So I've chosen The Snow Child by Éowyn Ivey. This is a book that I've read before, but I love it, and I wanted to have a good discussion about it in my in-person book club, so I'm very excited for my friends to read this one. It is one of my favorite books of all time. It's magical, it's perfect for winter, and I really hope they enjoy it as much as I do. So I know I'm starting my year out with a 5-star read, so yay! For the other in-person book club I joined, we're reading The Secrets You Keep. That one I will rent on Hoopla and listen to it on audiobook as I'm cleaning or as I'm driving or something like that. So that one, I really enjoy a thriller. I really enjoy a thriller or a mystery on audio. It keeps me engaged and helps me to get through books quickly, which is really nice. In my original book club that I've been a member of for 2 years, we're wanting to go see A Man Called Otto, which is the movie of A Man Called Ove. So I need to read that. And going through and getting ready for this video, I realized that I own it when I just went and bought it 2 days ago. So I'm very excited to read this. I've not read it yet. So I would like to read it before we see the movie. So that is on my list for January. The book that my book club chose for December, which we're meeting this coming week, I need to read. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry. This is our book for December, but we decided to skip meeting, and we're going to meet at the beginning of January. So this week I've got to read this. As you can see, I'm not very far along in it, and I will have to read this before Thursday. Today is Sunday. I can do it. No problem. I apologize if my chair is very noisy. So that is all for my in-person book clubs. My plan for January is to make up for the star polls that I did not read last year. So I got through a lot of books, and I started with my star jar, and pulling stars from my star jar and reading those books in each month. That did not happen. I still have my star jar, but hopefully for January I can go back and read the books that I have already pulled from my star jar, and like catch up, so to speak. So those books are A Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki, Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr, and Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. I also want to read Patrick Rothfuss's The Wise Man's Fear. I've borrowed this from a friend for the past, it's probably been like 2 years. I need to read it and give it back to him. I also have 2 books on rent from the library that I need to read before like the 7th or something like that. That is The Violin Conspiracy by Brendan Slocum. I've heard really good things about this, and this is, I believe, the Modern Mrs. Darcy book club read. It's another book club I'm involved in. What am I doing? Am I crazy? Yeah, a little bit. It's okay. The Violin Conspiracy for Modern Mrs. Darcy, and Modern Mrs. Darcy book club, I think, read The Reading List in December by Sarah Nisha Adams. So I want to catch up and read that one as well. Once again, I've heard very good things about those 2, so I'm hoping they'll be good, quick reads, because I still have other books I want to read for January, and here they are. I am going to try to do the Books and Lala Buzzword challenge this year. That's only one a month. I figure, like, I can handle that. So my book that I've chosen, the buzzword for January, is Life or Death. So Life or Death in the title, I believe, is what she is going for. Kayla, thank you for putting all that together. You're amazing. So the book I've chosen for January is The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin. So Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. So that will be for the Books and Lala challenge. Books and Lala Buzzword challenge. And then for I'm part of a challenge on Facebook, the Book Hoarders Reading Challenge. Book Hoarders Reading Challenge. I'm not sure if that came across. So I want to read, there's 30 prompts throughout the year. A lot of those will fit into a couple of them. But I'm just so excited. I want to read these books. My husband got me Legends and Lattes for Christmas. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read this. Once again, I've only heard good things about it, and I am ecstatic that I got this for Christmas. I was like, John, there's one book that I really, 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 really want. And I told him, and he got it for me. Good job, John. Yay. So I'm very excited. If you need to know about this, go look up any booktuber or any TikToker, and they will have some sort of thing about this. I'm very excited to read it. I also joined Book of the Month because I saw an ad and they had this featured on their ad. So I had to join Book of the Month. I mean, this only makes sense, right? Babel by R.F. Kuang. I am super excited to read this. I'd like to read it in January, if at all possible. I am just super stoked that I got this for $10. They were doing an ad, and they were like, you can get this book for $10. I'm like, yes, please sign me up. So, Babel by R.F. Kuang. Hopefully in January. We shall see. The Book Hoarders Reading Challenge. They also do a mystery, like, prompt every month where it's revealed on the first of the month. So they revealed the mystery prompt for this month today, and it is a cozy mystery, or a book that's set in winter, or a book that starts with the first letter of your first name. So I've got a couple of books in my plan that I could put on there for that surprise challenge. I could do Cloud Cuckoo Land for the book that starts with the first letter of my first name, because my name is Chelsea, CNC, yay, good. And I also could do The Snow Child, which takes place in winter. Yes, I believe it takes place in winter. It's set in Alaska, but I believe it's like eternal winter, right? But I believe it is set in winter. So both of those would also work for that surprise challenge. And now, my book haul. I got a couple of gift cards. One that I still have to use for Barnes & Noble because I just got it last night. Extended Christmas, thank you very much. And so I will have another little mini haul video coming up from that, but I got one beforehand and already went and bought books, so I will show you what I got. And I also bought a couple of books from an indie bookstore. Excuse me, just one book because it was A Man Called Ove that I already had. So one book that I'm very excited about. It's a chonker. I bet you can guess which one it is. So one book from an indie bookstore near me, and then there was a big like discount book sale in this huge warehouse. And my mother-in-law texted me about it. She said, have you heard of this? And I was like, no, I haven't, but thank you. So I went and spent some money there too. So here is that book haul. So the book that I bought at the indie bookstore is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Look at him, her. I'm very excited. This is probably going to be one that I work through for a few months, reading a little bit at a time. I do want to read this year because I know their prequel is coming out soon, and so I'd like to also read that. Like I said, I'll probably work my way through this one little by little throughout the year. And if I get caught up in it, then I'll continue reading it, but who knows. Love some epic fantasy. So the books that I bought already from Barnes & Noble, they were buy one, get one 50% off because I apparently missed the big sale. It was only for 2 days, and I was very upset because I went to the bookstore the day after it ended. Yeah. So I bought some 50% off, buy one, get one 50% off. I got Frederick Bachman's Anxious People, A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I still have to take the stickers off of these. I'm not gonna butcher it. I apologize. This one. And Light from Uncommon Stars by Rika Aoki. So these were all buy one, get one 50% off at Barnes & Noble. Oh, and I just realized that A Light from Uncommon Stars has a little blurb from TJ Klune, which if you watch my last video, you will see that I really enjoyed House in the Cerulean Sea, so that's encouraging. So that is from the 2 bookstores that I went to. The rest is going to be from my discount big, huge book sale thing. Please stay. Don't fall over. Thank you. Okay. I know next to nothing about any of these books, so if any of you who watch this want to comment and say whether you enjoyed or didn't enjoy something, please do. I will love to hear whatever you have to say about them. A Girl Made of Air. Got, I think, maybe 2 nonfictions. The True Life of J.S. Bach. As a musician, I am very familiar with Bach, but I would like to know a little bit more about him. Is this the first one? I got all 3. Oh, here we go. I got all 3 of the Rotherweird trilogy. So it's Rotherweird, Wintertide, and Lost Acre. I got all 3 of those for a discount, which was really nice. Got A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe. I got Blood Mage. I tried to get just first books in series, but I think this is the second book. But I think all my other ones are first books. So I'll have to get the first book from the library for that one. 100,000 Kingdoms. Thief's Magic. The Rage of Dragons. I also got The Witch's Kind and Sister Song. I really enjoyed the title of this one. Happy People Read and Drink Coffee. Yes. There's the other nonfiction I got is Duel, Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr, and the Future of America. Musical theater person. Love some Alexander Hamilton. I also got the Obsidian Tower and Sins of Empire. My last two, I got 2 books of I believe it's a trilogy, it might be more, I'm not really sure, of The Faithful and the Fallen. So which is Malice, which is the first book, and Valor, which is the second book. So a lot of fantasy, a lot of just general fiction. But I have my work cut out for me this January. I'm hoping to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hoping to read 12 books in January. See how it goes. I have to read 1, 2, 3. I absolutely have to read 3. 4 if you count A Man Called Ova, and 6 if you count the other 2 library books that I've gotten that need to go back this week. So here's hoping. That is my book haul and my plans for January. I will have another little mini book haul coming up once I finish spending my gift card at Barnes & Noble. And that's it for this video. Let me know how your plans go for 2023 down in the comments. And keep in touch. Let me know what you're reading for January and what you have planned. Thanks, guys. Bye.